Colin Klein is coming home. K-State announced tonight that it's hiring the legendary quarterback turned offensive play caller as the 36th head football coach in program history. The news comes after a full day of Wildcat fans waiting for pen to be put to paper. Klein and his family will arrive in Manhattan just before 11 a.m. tomorrow. He'll be introduced to the public at 4 p.m. at Morgan Family Arena. This is all coming together so quickly because Klein is still coaching at Texas A&M. He's the Aggies' offensive coordinator. But once their playoff run comes to an end, Klein will return to Manhattan and assume his new role as head football coach. Let's be clear, Klein has been the Wildcats guy. No other names were considered. There was a lot athletic director Gene Taylor couldn't say yesterday for legal reasons, but what he did say is that it'll be his job to set up whoever that next head coach is for success.
I'm going to ask the question, what do you think you need? What are some things you're going to need to be successful in today's, era? And that's the conversation I'll have with that candidate or those candidates and say, tell me what you think you need. And my guess is a lot of the things that they think they're going to need, we already have in place. And then from there, it's just, once we make that decision on that coach, helping them put together that staff and the things they need. But
if there's any sort of a catch to all of this, it's what I'm about to tell you. K-State was set to play in a bowl game in the coming weeks, but now that Chris Klieman is retiring and Colin Klein is expected to bring in basically a whole new staff, there may not be anyone around to coach a potential bowl game. Multiple outlets are reporting, though, that the Wildcats have not reached a final decision on whether or not they'll accept a bowl invitation. But before the news of the hire broke tonight, a handful of K-State players were already reported to be entering the transfer portal. Of those names, the most notable of the bunch are safety Quay Moss, who is arguably the Wildcats' top impact addition on defense this past season, and tight end Braden Lofton, who caught 2 touchdowns in 2 seasons in the Little Apple. But back to the good stuff. If you at home aren't a K-State fan and are maybe wondering why everyone who is a K-State fan has nothing but great things to say about this hire, here's why. Klein is the first alum to be hired as the Wildcats head football coach in 50 years. He's won Big 12 championships both as a quarterback and as a coordinator. Klein coached a pair of consensus All-Americans as K-State's offensive coordinator in 2022 and 2023 before taking the same job at Texas A&M, where he's helped lead the Aggies to an 11-1 record this season. They've put up over 400 yards of offense 10 times. We'll have full coverage of tomorrow's introductory press conference up in Manhattan. You can also head over to our 13 Sports page online for more on Colin Klein coming home to K-State.